The 5 best foods for seniors with no carbs and no sugar. Have you ever wondered why, even after a full night's sleep, you still wake up feeling completely drained? Why your knees ache for no clear reason, or why your memory seems to get foggier with each passing year? Because the truth is, most people over 60 feel the same way. Every single day. At nearly every meal. You see, some of the foods you might be eating without a second thought are quietly triggering inflammation, spiking your blood sugar, and accelerating brain aging, joint pain, and even weight gain. And all of it only gets worse as we grow older. But here's what no one's telling you. You can turn it around, just by changing what's on your plate. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 incredibly powerful foods that are low in sugar, low in carbs, and specifically designed to support your brain, joints, heart, and energy after age 60. And food number 5? Almost no one over 60 eats it anymore. Yet it's one of the most important foods for longevity and mental clarity. So don't look away. Watch all the way to the end, because the food you eat today could be the reason you remember tomorrow, or forget it completely. Before we dive in, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe for weekly senior health tips, and tell me in the comments. What's one food you eat every day that you're starting to question? I'll be personally reading your answers. 1. Wild-caught salmon, nourishment for your brain, balance, and bones. If I could prescribe just one medicine to every senior I've ever treated, it wouldn't come in a bottle. It wouldn't be a fancy supplement. It would be something simple, something honest. A fillet of wild-caught salmon gently pan-seared in extra virgin olive oil, finished with a touch of sea salt, a squeeze of lemon, and served alongside tender wilted greens. Why salmon? Because wild-caught salmon isn't just food, it's healing in its most natural form. It's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, which your aging body and brain crave more than ever before. As we grow older, we start to lose the natural padding around our cells. Our brain's wiring becomes brittle. Thoughts slow, names slip, moods become unpredictable. We call it aging, but often it's simply the result of chronic inflammation and nutrient depletion. Omega-3s act like a balm for the aging mind. They rebuild the membranes around your brain cells, improve signal transmission, and soothe the invisible fire of inflammation. Not just in your mind, but in your joints, your heart, your blood vessels. And here's something most people miss. Not all salmon is created equal. The salmon you find wrapped in plastic, farm-raised, and fed with synthetic pellets doesn't have the same healing power. It's often lower in omega-3s and higher in harmful toxins. But wild-caught salmon, vibrant in color, firm in texture, is nature's original brain food. Even its deep coral hue is more than just beautiful. It comes from a natural antioxidant called astaxanthin, which protects your skin from aging, your eyes from degeneration, and your cells from oxidative stress. It's not a coincidence that people who eat wild salmon regularly often look younger, feel sharper, and move more freely. But just as important as what's in salmon is what isn't. Wild salmon has 0 sugar, virtually no carbohydrates. That means when you eat it, your blood sugar doesn't spike. There's no insulin surge, no fatigue crash later, no strain on your kidneys, your eyes, or your brain. For seniors especially, eating foods without sugar or refined carbs is not just ideal, it's essential. It helps prevent the highs and lows that damage blood vessels and accelerate cognitive decline. In a world that pushes carb-heavy snacks, sugary, low-fat yogurts, and bland crackers onto older adults, wild-caught salmon is a return to truth. Clean protein, healthy fat, real fuel. Let me tell you about Martha. She was 78 when her daughter brought her in, worried that her memory was fading. She had forgotten her granddaughter's birthday, something that had never happened before. Her labs were fine, but her diet lacked real nutrition. No fish, no fat. I asked her to start eating wild-caught salmon twice a week. Just 3 months later, she returned smiling. I remembered her birthday, she said, and the name of her favorite book. It wasn't magic, it was proper nourishment, simple and powerful. So if you're over 60 and you feel the fog setting in, if you wake up with aching joints, if you forget names or appointments, if you're tired of being tired, consider what you're feeding your body and what you're not. Start today. Choose wild-caught salmon, not farmed. Sockeye, coho, or king salmon are excellent options. Cook it gently, baked, grilled, or pan-seared in olive oil. Add lemon, garlic, or herbs for flavor and enhanced absorption. If fresh is too expensive, frozen wild-caught is perfectly fine. Just read the label. Avoid breading, sugary sauces, or frying in seed oils. Feed your brain what it's missing. Give your joints the anti-inflammatory relief they've been begging for. And protect your blood sugar by choosing meals with zero sugar and zero carbs, like this. Omega-3 is not just a supplement. It's a missing ingredient in too many senior lives. 2. Avocados. The creamy fat your heart, brain, and gut are begging for. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, a type of healthy fat that actually lowers bad cholesterol, LDL, while raising the good kind, HDL. These fats nourish your heart, support hormone production, and help your brain cells function more smoothly. And unlike processed oils or animal fats from fried foods, the fats in avocado come packaged with fiber, potassium, and antioxidants that work together to reduce inflammation throughout the body. As we age, inflammation becomes a silent enemy. It stiffens joints, it clouds the mind, it damages blood vessels. But the fats in avocado, along with its plant compounds, help to quiet that fire. They lubricate the body from the inside out, protecting your arteries, feeding your skin, supporting brain chemistry, and easing digestion. And then there's potassium. Most people associate it with bananas, but avocados actually contain more potassium than bananas, a critical mineral that helps lower blood pressure, reduce cramping, and support normal heartbeat rhythms. Now here's where it gets even better. Avocados are naturally sugar-free, and they contain almost zero net carbs. That means they don't spike your blood sugar, they won't cause insulin crashes, and they're incredibly satisfying, helping you feel full longer, which naturally curbs cravings for sweets and starchy snacks. For seniors, this combination, healthy fats, fiber, potassium, no sugar, and almost no carbs, makes avocados a nutritional goldmine. Let me tell you about Susan. She came to me just after her 65th birthday, grieving the loss of her husband. She'd lost her appetite, her energy, and as she put it, the will to cook for one. Most days she just picked at toast or crackers, maybe a little soup, but nothing substantial. Her blood pressure was climbing. Her skin had become dry. She felt sluggish and sad. I listened to her carefully, then made a small suggestion. Start with half an avocado a day, I said. Nothing complicated. Just mash it with lemon and sea salt. Spread it on whole grain toast if you like, or eat it straight with a spoon. A month later she returned, not transformed, but lighter. Her eyes brighter, her skin smoother. Her appetite had returned, and so had a bit of joy. It sounds silly, she said, but eating something rich again, it made me feel human. That's the power of the right kind of fat. And make no mistake, as we age, our bodies still need fat, especially women who rely on dietary fat for hormone balance, bone strength, and brain protection. Without it, we often see mood swings, brittle hair and nails, and fatigue that no amount of coffee can fix. So if you've been avoiding avocados because you think they're fattening, please let that belief go. The fat in avocado doesn't make you gain weight. It makes you whole again. Start small. Half an avocado a day is enough to feel the difference. Add a sprinkle of sea salt, a little olive oil, or a pinch of chili flakes. Mix it into scrambled eggs. Slice it into your salad. Make a simple guacamole with lemon and garlic. And most importantly, don't be afraid to enjoy it. Because this food doesn't just feed your body, it comforts it. It fills the parts of you that toast and tea can't reach. In a world that encourages older adults to eat low-fat everything, to fear richness, to play it safe, I encourage you to be bold with your nourishment. Your brain, your heart, your skin, your mood, they are all still listening. And they are all asking for something deeper than low-calorie snacks. 3. Eggs, the simple superfood that keeps you standing strong. If I had $1 for every patient who's told me they stopped eating eggs because of cholesterol, I'd have retired by now. For decades, we were warned that eggs were bad for the heart, that their yolks were dangerous, that too many would clog our arteries. And so, many older adults removed them from their plates, thinking they were making a wise, heart-healthy choice. But the science has changed, and the truth is, we got it wrong. Eggs, especially whole eggs with the yolk, are not the villain they were once made out to be. In fact, they are one of the most complete, affordable, and powerful sources of nourishment for people over 60. Each egg contains high-quality protein, the kind your muscles recognize and immediately use to rebuild, repair, and maintain strength. And let me be very clear here. Muscle loss is one of the greatest threats to independence in older age. As we get older, we naturally lose muscle mass. But when we lose too much, too fast, we lose balance. We fall more easily. We struggle to get out of chairs, upstairs, or out of bed. It's not weakness, it's biology. But it's also preventable if we feed our bodies what they need. Eggs offer that. Just 2 eggs can provide a powerful dose of complete protein, with all the essential amino acids your body needs but cannot make on its own. But protein isn't the only reason eggs matter. They're also rich in choline, a nutrient that plays a key role in memory, focus, and brain development. Sadly, most older adults don't get enough choline, and the result is often seen in brain fog, forgetfulness, and confusion. Choline supports neurotransmitter function, the little chemical messengers that carry thoughts, emotions, and memories from one part of the brain to another. And guess where choline is most concentrated? In the yolk. That's why it breaks my heart when I see people still tossing out the yolk, thinking they're doing something healthy. The yolk contains vitamin D, vitamin A, B vitamins, iron, and other essential micronutrients that help keep your brain, eyes, and immune system working the way they should. The yolk is not the problem, it's the prize. And here's something else to love. Eggs contain no sugar and almost no carbs. That means they won't spike your blood sugar. They won't cause energy crashes. Instead, they keep you feeling full and satisfied, making it easier to avoid reaching for sugary snacks or processed junk later. Let me tell you about Harold. He was 74 and had stopped eating eggs years ago out of fear. Instead, he lived on cereal and toast, easy, familiar, but empty. He'd grown weak, tired, and unsteady. I asked him to start eating 2 eggs a day, any style he liked. Just weeks later, he had more energy, steadier legs, and, most importantly, hope. That's what eggs do. They rebuild, they restore. If you're reading this and still believe eggs are dangerous, I invite you to rethink that belief. Science has shown us time and time again. For most people, dietary cholesterol in eggs does not significantly raise blood cholesterol. In fact, for many, it improves the ratio of good to bad cholesterol. And the benefits, stronger muscles, sharper memory, better appetite control, are too great to ignore. 4. Spinach, the leafy green that fuels your bones, eyes, and energy. Just 1 serving of cooked spinach delivers a rich dose of vitamin K, which supports bone density and helps prevent fractures. It's loaded with vitamin A and lutein, which help protect your eyes from age-related degeneration, and vitamin C, which supports your immune system and aids wound healing. Spinach is also high in folate, magnesium, and iron, nutrients that fight fatigue, improve muscle function, and even support heart rhythm. But what really sets spinach apart is this. It gives you all of these benefits while being naturally low in calories, sugar-free, and virtually carb-free. That means it won't raise your blood sugar. It won't feed inflammation. It won't leave you feeling heavy or bloated. Instead, spinach quietly works behind the scenes to nourish your cells, energize your day, and protect your most vital organs, especially your bones, your brain, and your eyes. Let me tell you briefly about Eileen. She was 79 when I met her, and she'd been feeling more tired lately, low energy, frequent bruising, and brittle nails. She told me she was trying to eat light to stay healthy. Mostly toast, crackers, a little fruit. But what she really needed was real nutrients, not empty carbs. I recommended one simple change. Sauté a handful of fresh spinach each day in olive oil with garlic. Nothing else. Within a few weeks, her energy improved, her nails grew stronger, her bruising lessened, and she started enjoying cooking again, just a little. That's what spinach does. It doesn't just give you nutrition, it gives your body the tools it needs to repair itself. And if you're not used to eating it, I promise, it's easier than you think. You don't have to eat raw salads every day. In fact, your body absorbs the nutrients in spinach better when it's cooked. Try tossing it into scrambled eggs, blending it into a soup, or sautéing it as a warm side dish. Add a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of salt, and suddenly it becomes rich, comforting, and deeply satisfying. Spinach is also gentle on digestion, making it ideal for seniors who struggle with constipation or irregularity. The combination of fiber, magnesium, and natural hydration helps keep your system moving without needing pills or powders. If you've been feeling sluggish lately, Don't be so quick to blame old age. Sometimes your body is just missing the fuel it once had. And sometimes that fuel comes in the form of humble, leafy greens. 5. Walnuts. The wrinkled nut that keeps your brain and heart young. Walnuts are rich in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which the body uses to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and protect your cognitive function. Omega-3s don't just nourish the brain. They help you remember names, stay emotionally steady, and reduce your risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Walnuts also support cardiovascular health in a big way. They help lower LDL bad cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and improve the flexibility of blood vessels. That means better blood flow to your brain, your heart, and your legs, and less risk of strokes or heart attacks as you age. But here's what makes walnuts especially perfect for older adults. They're sugar-free, very low in carbs, and naturally high in fiber and healthy fats. That combination keeps your energy steady throughout the day and helps curb hunger between meals, making it easier to avoid reaching for processed snacks or sugary treats. Let me tell you about Mr. Peterson. He was 81 and came to see me for brain fog. His words. He said he just didn't feel as sharp as he used to. He'd stopped reading the paper, struggled to focus during conversations, and felt tired even after a full night's sleep. He wasn't on any medication, no serious illness, but his diet was missing one key ingredient, healthy fats. I asked him to try something simple, just a small handful of walnuts each day. No need to cook, just eat them straight or toss them onto his oatmeal or salad. A few weeks later, he came back grinning. I don't know if it's the nuts, he said, but I'm remembering names again. Even crossword puzzles feel easier. Whether it was placebo or nutrition, I smiled and told him, when you feed your brain the right fuel, it tends to thank you. That's the kind of story I hear often. Walnuts don't need much preparation. They're portable, affordable, and easy to add to just about anything. A tablespoon or two a day is plenty to begin with. You can enjoy them on their own, mix them into Greek yogurt, sprinkle over roasted vegetables, or even blend into smoothies for a creamy texture. And because they're so satisfying, they help stabilize your appetite. That's important, especially if you struggle with cravings, late-night snacking, or emotional eating. What's more, walnuts contain vitamin E, magnesium, and polyphenols, all nutrients that act as natural antioxidants to combat oxidative stress, which is closely linked to aging, memory loss, and inflammation. If you've been avoiding nuts because you're afraid of fat, please reconsider. The fat in walnuts is the kind your brain, heart, and joints need to function well as you age. It's not the kind that clogs arteries. It's the kind that keeps blood flowing, thoughts clear, and your hands from aching every morning. And if you're watching your blood sugar, you'll be glad to know. Walnuts contain 0 sugar, and their low carbohydrate content won't spike your glucose levels. That makes them a perfect snack for people managing prediabetes, diabetes, or simply trying to protect their metabolism. So the next time you see a bowl of walnuts, or pass them by at the grocery store, don't dismiss them. They may look small, but they carry a lifetime of benefits. Each little bite is a quiet gift to your future self. Because aging well isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about preserving your sharpness, your steadiness, your independence, and that kind of strength. It starts in the simplest places, like the palm of your hand, holding a few walnuts. Final words. Your health is still listening. So there you have it, 5 powerful healing foods that ask for nothing but give your body everything it needs after 60. You don't have to overhaul your life. Just start with one small change. A piece of wild salmon, a spoonful of avocado, an egg cooked your favorite way, a handful of walnuts, or a sauté of fresh spinach. These are not just foods. They're acts of self-respect, reminders that your health is still listening. And it's never too late to feed it right. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 foods do you already eat, or which one are you excited to try first? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one. And if this video gave you hope or something to think about, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Because your next chapter deserves to be strong, clear, and well-nourished.